Welcome to this second gentle flow that's on my channel. This will be a really lovely stretch. So come down to a comfortable seated position. Just roll your shoulders back here and then gently close your eyes. Place your right hand on top of your belly button and your left hand just above. We're going to take some deep belly breathing here. So we're going to inhale through the nose and really expand the belly. And then on the exhale through the nose, allow the belly to gently contract here. So inhale, breathe from really deep, expanding the belly, and then exhale, let it contract. Inhale through the nose, expanding the belly, and exhale, let it contract. Release your hands, and we're going to take some neck circles here. So drop your chin to your right shoulder, down to your chest, towards the left shoulder and up to the ceiling. Right shoulder, chest, left shoulder and up to the ceiling. One more circle in this direction. And then the other direction, so to your left shoulder, your chin, your right shoulder and then up to the ceiling. And then take a couple more circles here. Come back to center and gently open the eyes. Inhale and lift the arms overhead, clasp the hands and turn the palm to face upwards. Really pull the shoulders back here, just to open them up. Take one inhale, and on the exhale, drop the right palm to the floor, taking the left arm overhead. Pull the left shoulder back here to really stretch the left side of the body. Inhale, come to center, and then exhale, drop the left palm to the floor, right arm overhead, and really pull the shoulder back here to open up the right side of the body. Come to center and drop the right palm to the floor, walking it a little bit further out than before, making sure to open the left shoulder here. Come to center and then walk the left palm a little bit further than last time, really stretching the right side. Come to center and drop the palms to the floor and come to your neutral tabletop position. Your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Your hips back here and then shift the weight forwards into the wrists. Keep going back and forward here just for a couple of breaths to really warm up the wrists and stretch them out. Come to your neutral tabletop position and then spin both of the palms so that the fingertips face the outside of the mat. Gently rock side to side here, remembering your deep inhales and exhales. So inhale through the nose and then exhale through the nose. Sink the hips back to the heels, and if you can, untuck the toes here. Come up to a kneeling position and place the right palm on the lower back. Sweep the left arm over here and come back to center, placing the left arm on the lower back. Sweep the right arm up and over, opening the shoulder, and come back to center. Right hand on the lower back, sweeping the left all the way over. Come back to center, and then sweep the right arm over. One more time. Come back to your tabletop position, untucking the toes here, spreading the fingers, and push the floor away from you here so you're rounding the back. Extend the right leg back behind you. foot in line with the hip, and then extend the left arm out in front of you. Inhale here, and exhale, crunch, so elbow and knee meet. Inhale, extend, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, and come back to neutral tabletop. Lift the left leg back behind you here, and extend the right arm out in front of you. Inhale, and exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend, and exhale to crunch. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale to extend, and come back to your neutral tabletop position. Tuck the toes under and send the hips back for your first downward facing dog. Pedal your knees here just to warm up the hamstrings, or bounce into the shoulders, give yourself a little twist, whatever feels nice today. Come to your static downward facing dog for your final 2 breaths here. You can bend the knees as much as you need to here, just ensure that you have a straight spine. Inhale through the nose, and exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look to the front, and step the feet in between the palms. Let your palms touch the floor here, and we're just going to bounce in our ragdoll pose. You can either rock from side to side here, or you can grab your elbows, gently bounce up and down. We're just going to open up the hamstrings and just release any tension throughout the body. Plant the palms to the floor here, bending the right knee and extending the left arm up and in line with the shoulders. Switch legs, so bend the left knee, opening the right arm and shoulder, and switch again. Keep alternating here between legs just to wake up the hamstrings. Try and pull the shoulder back when you raise the arm overhead just to open up your thoracic a little bit more. Plant the palms to the floor, bend the knees, and roll up really slowly to your standing position. Roll your shoulders back here and step to the front of your mat. Tuck your tailbone in here. Roll the shoulders back, relax them, and really point your fingers to the floor. On the inhale, we're going to raise the arms all the way overhead, and then exhale, fold to the floor. Inhale, come up halfway with a flat back. Exhale, plant the palms and step back to high plank. Drop the knees, bend the elbows and lower, and drop the chest and the chin to the floor. Inhale, roll forward for your baby cobra, and then exhale, send the hips back for downward facing dog. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, bend the knees, step the feet in between the palms, coming up to your flat back, and then exhale, fold all the way down to your forward fold. Inhale, raise the arms all the way overhead, and exhale, drop the palms by your side for your Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms, bend the knees, come to chair pose. Sink the hips down deeper, and then exhale, fold all the way down to the floor, palms to the floor. Inhale, come up halfway with a flat back, and exhale, drop the palms, step back to high plank. Drop the knees and bend the elbows for Chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward for Cobra, and exhale, send the hips back for downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg and step the foot in between the palms, coming up to your warrior one with your back foot at 45 degrees. Exhale, drop the palms, step back to high plank, bend the knees and lower all the way down. Inhale, roll forward for cobra, and then exhale, send the hips back for down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg, bend the knee and plant the left foot in between the palms. Your back foot's at 45 degrees and come up to warrior one. Exhale, take the palms to the floor, step back to plank and lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, roll forward for cobra, and exhale, send the hips back for down dog. We're going to take 3 breaths here, so really focus on spreading the fingers and pushing the floor away from you. Try and take your heels to the floor and pull your shoulders away from your ear to create some more space. Inhale, bend the knees, look front, and walk or step your feet between the palms, coming to your forward fold. Come all the way up to halfway lift with a flat back. And then inhale, sweep the arms, bend the knees, coming up to chair pose. Exhale, come up to your Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms, coming to chair pose. Exhale, fold all the way down to the floor, palms to the floor if you can. Inhale, come up to halfway lift. And exhale, step back to plank. Bend the knees and the elbows, coming all the way down to the floor. Stretch your arms to the side and inhale, lift the chest all the way up and pull the arms back behind you for your locust pose. Place the palms underneath the shoulders and send your hips back to child's pose for 1 breath. Inhale, untuck the toes, and then exhale, send the hips back for your down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky, bending the right knee and planting the right foot in between the palms. Lower the left knee down and come up to your low lunge. Raise the arms overhead and sink the hips all the way down here. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, cactus the arms here, so bring them out to the side and sink the hips all the way down. Really pull the shoulders back to open the chest. Inhale, come up to center. Drop the palms to the floor and just wiggle the right foot out to the side, so both of your palms are on the inside of the right foot. We're going to put our right hand on our right knee and push it all the way out to the side to open the hip. Lean back here. And then bring the right knee all the way back in. Palms to the floor. Tuck the back toes under and gently rock forwards and backwards here for your lizard pose. Your knee can be bent here if that's more comfortable for you. 1 more breath here. Press the left palm into the floor here, spreading the fingers. And inhale, raise the right arm all the way over, rotating towards the right side. Pull your shoulder back here just to open up the thoracic. And then drop the right hand. Step back to high plank. Bend the knees and the elbows to your chaturanga and roll all the way forward for cobra. Send the hips back for downward facing dog. And then on the inhale, we're going to lift the left leg, bending the knee and planting the left foot between the palms. Drop the back knee down and inhale, come up to your low lunge. Exhale, sink the hips all the way down here, stretching into your right hip. Inhale, come back up to center. Open the arms out to the side, cactusing the arms. And exhale, sink your hips down. Really opening the chest here and pulling the shoulders back. Inhale, come to center. Drop the palms to the floor and take the left foot to the outside of the palms. Bring the left hand on the left knee and push the left knee all the way out to the side, leaning back and opening up the hip. Take one more breath here. Bring both palms on the inside of the left foot. Tuck the right toes under, or keep the knee bent and rock forward and backwards for your lizard pose. Spread the right palm to the floor and raise the left arm overhead, rotating towards the left side, pulling the left shoulder back just to open the chest a bit more. Drop the left palm to the floor, step back to high plank. Drop the knees here, or go for your full chaturanga with straight legs. Roll forward for upward facing dog and send the hips back for downward facing dog. Staying here for 2 more breaths, really pressing the heels into the floor here and keeping a straight spine. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and lift the right leg back behind you. Bend the right knee and open up the hip, stacking the right hip on top of the left. Pull your heel into your bum here. And then exhale, bring the knees to your chest and plant your right foot in between the palms. Come all the way up to your warrior 2. So your right knee is bent and your left foot is at 90 degrees. Stretch the arms out here, arms in line with the shoulders and gaze towards the front middle finger. Inhale, straighten the front leg, and exhale, pull the right arm forward and come to Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Your arms should be in line with your shoulders here and come up as high as you need to. We're going to look down, bend the right knee, and plant the right palm a little bit in front of the right foot. Shift the weight all the way onto your right foot, raising your left leg. Flex the left foot, coming up to your half moon pose. Focus on a point here to help with your balance and press your right big toe into the floor. You can bring your left arm all the way up if you feel like you're ready. Take one more inhale, and on the exhale, bend the right knee, take a big step back, sweeping the arms and coming back to your warrior 2. Inhale, flip the right palm and lift the right arm all the way overhead for your reverse warrior. And exhale, plant the palms to the floor and step back to high plank. Lower all the way down for chaturanga. And inhale, roll forward for upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back for down dog. Take one breath here. On the next inhale, raise the left leg behind you, bending the left knee and opening up the hip, stacking the left hip on top of the right and pulling your heel towards your bum. One more breath here. And then bring the left knee into your chest and plant the foot between the palms, coming all the way up to your warrior 2. So your right foot should be at 90 degrees, your left leg is bent. Shoulders in line with your arms here and look towards your middle finger at the front. Pull your left knee out to the side here. You should be able to see your left big toe. Sink a little deeper. And then inhale, straighten the front leg. Reach the left arm all the way forward. And then drop the left arm to the floor for your Trikonasana. You can come up as high as you need to here, and it might look different to me, and that's completely fine. Try and keep your arms in one equal line here, and pull the right shoulder back just to open the chest a bit more. We're going to look down here and bend the left knee. Plant your left palm just in front of the left foot. Right arm on the hip, and shift the weight all the way forward into your left foot, coming to your half moon on the other side. Flex your right foot here, and if there's space you can raise the right arm overhead, opening the shoulder. Inhale, bend the left knee and take a big step back to your warrior two pose. Arms in line with the shoulders and just sink the hips down. Inhale, flip the left palm, drop the right hand back and come up to your reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the arms all the way to the floor and step back to plank. Exhale, lower down for chaturanga, and inhale, roll forward and drag the chest all the way through for upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back for downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees here and look forward. And step or jump the feet in between the palms. Inhale, come up to halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, fold all the way down to forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, come to chair pose. And then exhale, come up to mountain pose. Inhale, step the left leg back behind you and turn both feet to face the side of the mat. Bring your heels in here and toes pointing outwards and sink down into your hips. Just rock from side to side here, gently opening them up. This might feel a bit sticky and that's okay. Inhale, come up to center, straightening the legs, and then turn the toes in so your feet are parallel to the mat. Place your hands on your hips and lean slightly back. And then in the exhale, drop the chest and fold all the way forward. You may be up high here, or your palms may be to the floor. It doesn't matter where you are today, as long as you have a flat back. We don't want any rounding in the back. Staying here for one more breath. Then we're going to plant the left palm to the floor and raise the right arm all the way up and overhead, rotating into the upper back here. Drop the right arm to the floor and then lift the left arm all the way up. Drop the left arm to the floor and then rotate a little bit deeper into the right side. Right palm to floor, left arm overhead and rotating a little bit more. Take a couple more rounds here, opening into the upper back. Palms to floor here and bend the knees. Walk to the front of the mat and step back to your downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale and bend the knees and come down to your seated position. Bring your legs out in front of you. Knees can be bent here if that's better for you, whatever feels comfortable. Keeping a straight back here and really sit up tall and straight. You can stay here if this is enough, or you can take the arms out in front of you and then fold all the way down. You may be up higher, you may be down to the floor. The focus is on keeping a straight spine here and just gently stretching the hamstrings. So take one more deep breath here. On the next inhale, we're going to bend the knees and take the left leg underneath the right, crossing the right leg all the way over. You can stay here if this is enough, or you can raise the right arm overhead and hug the right knee, twisting towards the left side here. One more breath here. Come back to center and switch legs. So the right leg is underneath and then the left leg is all the way crossed over. Inhale and raise the left arm above, and then exhale, hug the left knee and twist all the way around to the right side. Take one more breath here. And then come back to center. Bending the knees and very slowly roll all the way down to your mat. Hug the knees into your chest here and just gently rock side to side, decompressing the lower back. If you feel comfortable, you can bring your legs up to a happy baby, grabbing the outside of the feet and gently rocking from side to side. Bring the knees back into your chest. Spread your arms out beside you and take your knees all the way over to the right side. Look to the left for your spinal twist. Take one deep breath here. On your next inhale, come back to center and take your legs all the way over to the left side, looking towards the right. Take one deep breath here. And then on the next inhale, bring the knees into your chest and give yourself a really big hug and a tight squeeze. Exhale, fold all the way down to the floor for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Just let your hips sink a little bit further into the mat here and relax your jaw and let your feet just fold outwards. Take one deep breath, inhale, and exhale to relax a little bit deeper. Gently bring some awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. You can rock your head from side to side here if that feels nice. or you can take a stretch. Very gently come all the way back up to our seated position, just like where we started. Gently close the eyes and place the hands on the thighs. Take one deep breath here. And bring your palms to heart center and gently bow the head. Namaste.